Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Lost Through the Rabbit Hole. I'm your host, Josh Iota, and tonight we have Vincent Dockstader. He's from Marshfield, Wisconsin, my home state. It's only taken 2 years to get another Wisconsin night on, but we did it. Welcome, Vincent. Uh,
Hello, I'm happy to be here.
Vincent is a artist and a contactee, and before we get into his experiences, let's check out some of his artwork.
It's one of the unicorns I drew. Uh, as you can see, it's like a portal going into one world, into another world, underwater world, which I kind of envisioned as being like Atlantis, coming from like a fairyland of castles. And
That's so awesome. The stone head just gave me such a Pink Floyd feel. I don't know why. I love it.
that's my alien friend up on the ceiling in my room here. uh, it's actually a bigger piece. It's 3 foot by 4 foot. Still not sure if I'm done with it yet, but yeah, I love that one. I love the colors and the alien and the lion in the corner there and the wolf. It just takes me to a different place.
That's awesome. Are
So
them like guides that you have, or
what's that?
are them like guides that you have, or just fun art?
Well, see, when I create my art, most of the time I'll start with like pour painting or just a complete abstract, and then I'll see images in the painting, and then I'll just take a brush to it and paint them in there. So they kind of just show up there on their own with a little bit of my imagination.
That's so awesome. This is amazing. When I saw this is clearly like the back of an old mirror, and I just love it. Where you blended it with the blues too.
Yeah, that was an old mirror. I was just walking down the street and I saw it sitting there. I'm like, that looks like I could paint that. That would be pretty cool, you know. And yeah, again, the same process. That's what happened. You know, I just kind of did like the genie bottle with like an alien popping out of it. You know, make your
That's
wish.
awesome. I love it.
Yeah, this one. Um, I don't know why, but that one gives me Anunnaki vibes.
Yeah, me too.
Also with like maybe like Arcturian. I don't know Arcturian and Anunnaki, but I don't know. It's honestly it's not one of my most favorite ones, but it's not completely done yet. But I still share them, you know, in the process. So it's kind of cool. I get to show my fans like how it
The process.
progresses. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones.
Mine too.
Now the this one, it's obviously it's just a just a channeled art piece of artwork, but it also does remind me of a dream that I had. I had a dream a couple months ago where I was in actually this house and um, there was a voice in my head that said, "Hey, go to the back window." And I go to the back window and there's nothing there. But then so I go back in my dream, I go to sleep in my dream, and I woke up in my dream paralyzed and I couldn't move. And that being, but it wasn't as green, but it looked just like that, but it was white, was directly in my face, like in my face. And I couldn't move. So I was like freaking out. I didn't know what to do, you know, and like, uh, it, what it did is it laid its head down on my chest. And as soon as it did that, all of the fear and anxiety just went away. And I was like, I can't remember exactly if it said something or I just had the feeling of like everything is going to be okay. And I felt like bliss and just pure happiness. And then I woke up. But that is the being that I saw, except for it was more white. I like to add color to everything.
I don't know why it's not working right now. I apologize. Just give me a second. Technology, huh?
Yeah.
Try this one. Hmm. Um, so how long have you been into art?
Um, Mid 2020 was when I first started. Um, it's kind of a weird situation to where I started. Uh, I had well, it's part of my awakening. Is when after I had my awakening is when I actually started. Otherwise, before that, I had no interest in art or even anything of that sort, really. But yeah, ever since 2020, what happened was uh, I had always been into like uh, David Wilcock and Corey Good, and then I got into Bashar, and
Awesome. I like Bashar.
yeah, he's my favorite teacher, really, and the one that resonates truth to me the most out of a lot of because there's a lot of stuff going on in the
Mm.
UFO and spiritual community, and that's the one that resonates with me most. But that is when I had my UFO experience after I started watching that stuff, and then after my UFO experience, uh, I got into watching Leak Project with Rex Bear, and then through Leak Project, I found Elizabeth April. I don't know if you know who she is,
Yes.
but yeah, she's a spiritual teacher, and she had a soul activation, Lemurian and Atlantis soul activation video, and I watched that video, and my life was never the same after that. Um, Before that, I had a drug problem. After that, I didn't. Uh,
Wow.
it was that profound, man. I don't know if it was hypnosis in that video or what. I honestly don't know what it was, but it changed my life, and that's exactly when I started painting.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it really is, and I don't understand what happened, but it happened, and it happened really big because I've literally done hundreds of paintings in this short amount of time, and almost all of them have aliens in them.
Yes, that's I do apologize that it's not working. Um, but yes, I have looked at a bunch of his artwork, and most of them have aliens or
Yeah.
dragons or spiritual beings of some sort. It's awesome. I love your art. I do apologize that I can't get it going.
Well, I mean
What is that?
that's really okay too. If you can, I can always take you for a tour of my house. I got 3 floors of this artwork everywhere. I don't know how good you can see into my camera, but is there a way I could flip my camera? Is that possible on this app?
Yes, yes, that's actually. I don't know if you can because you're already logged in, but you can give it a try. It might flip you upside down.
Okay, video settings.
Oh, you just have to tilt your camera, Vincent. Just gotta, you know.
There we go.
Oh, that way.
This works a lot better. Okay, so this is my room, basically. I'll give you a close up in a second. I'll start over here, I guess. This is one of my favorites. It reminds me of my father, actually. But it's a guy, and he's got a mushroom in his pocket coming out, and his head is split open, and his brain is exposed, and there's a UFO zapping his brain. Um, and then this right here is one of the Bashar sacred circuits. I believe that means to expand. Um, this is the very first painting I ever did with a brush. It's a real tiny one, but it means a lot to me. It's the first one I ever did. Here's just a couple pour paintings I did, fluid art. If you look at them real closely, you can see all kinds of stuff in them. Uh, Up here, I have a Lyran, little Lyran cat. Now this one is, well, I first did pour painting of fluid art, and I saw this being in it, so I painted it in. But my intentions behind this painting was to paint my heart, and that's what came out, which to me it reminds me of an Arcturian. We've got a Lyran here. Got the good old lakes scenery with the palm tree. This one here reminds me of Batman. If you look right here, you can see there's his eye, there's his nose, there's his mouth. It's pretty cool. Uh, this one also looks like I don't know, some kind of alien. But if you look, she's got a demon behind her, and she's got her by the tail. She's got him by the tail. It's pretty amazing all the stuff that just pops up. There's a volcano behind. There's a couple beings down here. They got a guy down here hanging out. A couple guys. Little Buddha looking guy. Uh, One of my favorite cyborg alien. It's one of my favorites. And then I put this other one down here. It's kind of got some, some boobs and a body. It almost lines up with it perfect if you look at it just right. This is I seen this on Bashar too, so I decided to draw it myself. If you look at it right, it turns from 2D to 3D, from a cube inside out. Yeah, we got some more artwork that I've done. That's more of an abstract painting. This is another one of my favorite ones. This is a unicorn. It's got the alien in the background. Some more abstract. There's plenty of art to go around. The lighting's maybe not the best, but this is another one of my favorites. Got the little dragons. Every single one of these paintings, when I paint them, they're my favorite at the time. And then I paint another one. This little alien coming out with wings. It's like an angel alien, which in my mind, I mean, I almost think angels and aliens are very similar things. One of my favorite ones, a big dragon. Um, it's a cool little. That's like a portal, the eye portal. This little bird guy. We got the alien with a lightsaber. One of the abstract pour. That's not even a pour. That's I don't know. Just I threw paint at it. Another one of my favorite ones. Got the two aliens chilling out in there with the Bashar Sacred Circuit sign. That one right there means to transform. So when I first drew all this, I was trying to draw a spaceship, basically this part, and I added like the rest of it to make it like a body, like a helmet, like a space suit. And then it also to me looks like they're in a DJ booth, like two aliens just jamming out to some DJ music. Uh, Here's an alien, one of my favorites too. He's inside of a spaceship in the control seat, and if you can see behind him is a big window with like a Earthscape behind him, and there's another alien chick lady, and then we got this one with the deer and the mushrooms. The alien hopping off on his ship. Uh, Here's the one I just did today. I actually really like this one. Turned out really good. All kinds of aliens. This one's got a dragon and a phoenix and some mushrooms. A spaceship with the eyeball. It's another one of my favorites. You know, a lot of them look a lot better in the lighting too. Another alien one. I guess yeah. I got a lot of aliens. Uh, Another alien. This one right here, I found $10 when I was walking down the street. I didn't have any money at the time. I found $10. I'm like, what in the heck? They just popped out of nowhere. So I went to the thrift store and I bought that frame, and now I have that. Cost me $10. So yeah, that's just a quick tour of my room. But we can go ahead and check out the rest of the house if you want. I'll put on my slippers here. There's the other side of the door. This right here, that's the very first fluid art pour painting I ever did. I was trying to paint a galaxy, and that's what I got. We have a dragon, one of the dragons I painted. This one is just an abstract pour, but it also looks like a lyran. You see there's his nose and his eye in the background with a bee. And my friend also says it reminds him of a pizza. We also have the reptilian. It's one of my earlier paintings. Uh, Over on this side, it's kind of dark. You can't really see too well. These are just a couple of my pour paintings. Probably can't see too well. But as you can see, they're everywhere. This is another one of my favorites. It's like a bird, some mushrooms. You can see all kinds of faces pop up. There's like 2 faces, 3 faces, all kinds of beings, dragons. This one here reminds me of, well, obviously you got a mushroom in there, you got some faces, you got like an alien in like a spacesuit. It says GFL on them and stuff. Some cool looking bird, angelic bird being sitting in like a awesome little chair. Cool tree monster thing. Cool like bird being, space being. Think free. Always think free. This one's like a little UFO coming through like Rainbow Bridge or something. Another one of my favorites, like a lizard man. Uh, the unicorn, octopus kind of being coming out of a like a big elevator. It looks like. Then we got what do you call that? Blue avian, groovy looking space dude. Another cool looking dude. Unicorn, another abstract unicorn. And we can go downstairs real quick. Let's see here. We got some more aliens. Ugh. Alien coming down the hallway. Big alien. Don't forget to dream, people. That's where it's at. Pretty cool looking. He reminds me like a Halo guy or something. The sun in the background. That one looks like a bug on a spaceship. It's kind of sideways right now. There's another one of my early paint jobs. Little alien. But yeah, lots of aliens. And they've got this lady. She reminds me of Medusa. And in my intention, she got like a snake in her hair. Was to make her blowing something into dust. Really good color. And here's some more paintings. Another alien. Not alone, people. Just an abstract. One of my favorites, the owl I did. Now this one I actually looked at it and painted it. And the door I painted. Alien. Angel alien. The alien in a dress. Then we got a fish and an octopus. Another alien. This one's cool. It kind of looks like a underwater waterfall. And then here we go. We got the rabbit. Just for your show, we got the rabbit going down the water hole, down the rabbit hole with the mushrooms. And we got more castles and uh, one of my favorites is you got a dragon here. The eyeball. Yeah, I'm live right now. We got all kinds of paintings. They just keep going for days and for days. And the phoenix. I think that one looks like a phoenix with the phoenix egg. Cool fish. And that one was supposed to be an angel. The castle on top. Then we got the owl in the corner. Got a cool, awesome looking face thing. Cool bird up there. And we got these guys look like praying mantis beings with a triangle head. Cool alien dude. Alright, we got the bee inside of a wave with a whale. Cool skulls. Alien. This one's cool. It's like an alien city. It's like a ferry. You can see the ferry. Alright, we'll go take a look in the kitchen real quick. This is the light decides to work. Apparently the light's not working right now. But there's some more paintings in here. Oh, there it goes. Here we go. That one says, I love tacos, because I love tacos. It's another one of my favorite ones. A lot going on there. They all have a lot going on. Spaceman, the spacesuit with the rabbit. All right. Now we got my attempt at a Pleiadian. This one's more of like a cartoonish looking one, but it's pretty cool. Got the alien up there and more Bashar sacred circuits. Some eyeball. Hey, we got over here. We got some more artwork. All kinds of it. Are you guys still there? I can hear nothing. But more aliens. I might not have the best reception back here, so
Okay. Yeah, I'm still here.
all right.
Maybe.
Yeah, there's lots. This is my little alien hallway. There, we got a wizard over there. I got another Pleiadian. Got this cool alien guy over here. Aliens on the walls. Here's my control panel.
That's
This is
awesome.
supposed to be this was supposed to be like a galaxy, and this room was supposed to be my spaceship, and this was like the control panel. There's like a
It
little
reminds me of
keypad and stuff.
the control from Stargate. I don't know if you ever watched that show back in the day.
Yeah, I did a long time ago, but it's hard to remember.
It's
This is like
wild.
a.
It's even that same shape.
Is it really?
Yeah, there's a circle thing, and then they type in on the side.
No shit. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it came to me randomly. I don't know. We got the we got the. Let me turn on the light over here real quick. Got the robot over here. He's drinking some water. He's got some water waiting.
It reminds me of Bender.
There we go. Yeah, right. There we go. My Arcturian chilling on the door here. He's got like a octopus behind him. And we'll head down to the basement here.
Right on, Jason. Hello, Lisa, Chelsea, and Josephina, and Sam. How is everybody doing?
Uh, I don't know. It's just more artwork here. Dragon. This is where I do my artwork. It's kind of a mess right now because I haven't been down here a whole lot. Here's a table I've been working on. I had the kids helping me. Here's some more of my old poor paintings. The lighting really sucks down here to get some of them fixed, but I'll go right to one of my favorites though. This guy, the alien rocking out on the
Wow.
guitar. That's
Yeah, I
one of
love
my
that one.
favorites. There's another one too. This one I painted right on the glass. It's actually just a glass but frame, but it's supposed to be like a hallway where with windows so you could see through to the outside, and then it's like into another building. Uh, all kinds of crazy aliens. This one here, this one I made when I was on the I was on the Typical
Uh,
Skeptic podcast, and I made this for them. Never been able to get it to them yet, but it's got mushrooms all over it, and
Tatiana, just shoot me an email. We'll handle it. We'll set something up.
there's another cool spaceship I painted.
And if I didn't say it before, hello, Angela.
Some more of my paintings. This right here is also supposed to be like a, I don't know if you can see it good here, a UFO like docking portal into another world. Uh, it says in some crazy writing, it says time shift portal and then love. Uh, yeah, here's that. Here's that guy. If you can see real close, you can see I did a lot of light language along the outer edge of it too.
That's awesome.
We're just about done here. It's got this cool looking owl with an alien popping out of his head. Just, just a mirror. I slapped some paint on. Another cool looking character there. Looks
I
like a
see
mantis.
owls and mantises are a reoccurring symbol for you. Is there any reason why? Is that something you see in your dreams often, or
No, not in the dreams. Just, I guess I just like them.
okay?
Well, the owl is significant to me because of my UFO experience. Uh, Before I seen that UFO that, uh, well, I've seen lots of UFOs up in the sky, obviously, but I had one that was really close. But before I seen it, a couple days before I seen it, I seen a white owl in the middle of the day. So thought that was pretty interesting. These are a couple tables I painted.
Not to interrupt you showing your artwork, but that's a pretty common occurrence for some people that are abductees.
Yeah, I've heard that, which is,
That's what,
you know, uh, for a while, I kept thinking, like there's nothing going on. I'm just a normal guy, but I've come to like realize that there's something going on.
yeah,
Like I
same.
can't deny it.
I don't
I
think
can't
there are
deny it.
any normal people out there, to be honest. I feel like everybody's got something going on, some
Yeah.
sort of sense of spiritualism or something off or supernatural.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can switch my camera back now.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna head back up to my room.
Sounds good.
But but yeah, one sec. Let me get back to the good Wi-Fi zone. All right, but yeah, maybe we could talk a little bit about what happened with my experience.
Yes, I'd love to hear it.
Now, I always feel when I tell this story, I feel like, you know, it, I feel like people don't really understand the magnitude of how this affected me and how amazing it was to me by just words, because it's hard to put that in words. Because it was the way I explained it, the way it sounds, it doesn't sound that amazing, but it was just one day we were um I was chilling out at my sister's house. I'm not sure if the year was 2018 or 2019, but it was one of them 2 years. Chilling outside on Eisenhower Road, not far from here, in outside of Marshfield, on a old country dirt road where she lived. And all of a sudden, I'm outside with her kids. I look up in the sky in the middle of the day, and there's this little black dot. I'm like, oh, that's weird. And it starts moving around and getting closer and closer. And the best way that I could describe the way that it moved was like a bubble. Like how a bubble, it seems
Hmm.
like they're closer and then they're far, or they're closer and then all of a sudden they're far and they kind of go up and down. Well, that's what this one did. I seen it coming. I'm like, holy crap! I told the kids run in the house, go get your mom and dad. So um, there was two kids that I sent in, which was my niece and nephew, and one of the girl, my niece, stayed in the house. My sister, her boyfriend, and my nephew came out. And by the time they came out and got to the road, we next thing I know, we're all lined up at the dirt road, directly next to the mailbox. And then this thing floated over directly above us, like directly above us, and then it stopped. Um, and fucking, it's just seemed like I snapped out of like a hypnosis. It was
Mm.
about it was like 200, maybe 300 feet above us at the most. And if I had to guess, it'd be between 20 and 40 feet around, perfectly round. It appeared to be black because it was in the middle of in the middle of the day. So the sun was shining. So all I could see was the black shade part of it. And there was just a little gleam of sunlight off the edge of it, so I could tell that it was metallic or reflective. But after I felt like I snapped out of a hypnosis, it's just like I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And then it's just started to float off in the opposite direction in the same manner, like a bubble, and it just went up in the sky and disappeared. And then none of us really said anything to each other. We kind of just all went back about our day like nothing happened. And um, I never got to talk to my brother-in-law about it, but I talked to my sister, and she remembers it, and my nephew. So I know I'm not crazy,
Right. um,
because something like that will make you think you're crazy if you know.
Absolutely. Unpack that a little bit. Do you think you ended up on that ship and like you clearly were mesmerized by it for quite some time?
Yeah, that's a big question. I can't say that I know I was, but I do have a feeling that I was on that ship. I've been meditating on it, and every time I meditate, just I get blue beings.
Hmm.
Because the biggest thing in my mind that I was always worried about is not knowing what it was, whether if it was extraterrestrial or if it was government or what it was. And that's as far as I've gotten so far. But I definitely would love to find a good hypnotist that would be willing to help
That
navigate me
was
to those answers.
that was so funny. That was going to be my next question. Actually, was would you go through psycho hypnotism? Like get hypnotized and check out and see if it's a screen memory or whatnot.
Yeah, I would love to.
But,
Um, Because I want to know, like that's I want to know. Even though I might not
I,
ever know, but
I have a similar situation like that, and like I thought about it too, but then one of my buddies that I do another show with, he's like, if you do that though, they can like impressionate what you saw, and I was like, oh, that sucks. I didn't realize that. So,
well, the thing of it is, if I do go under hypnosis, I definitely would like to have it recorded so I know what has gone into my, you know.
right,
So,
right.
um,
Well, if we have a hypnotist out there, I would definitely love to see it happen. I would record it for you.
I'm totally down. Um, yeah, and, another thing too that is kind of weird is I've been like since my awakening, I've been like guided by white animals. Um, I got when I moved to my sister's house in Oshkosh for a while. Every time I go out by her pond, there was always this snowy white
You there? We lost you for a second.
seeing one, right? Yeah, yeah, it's my mom trying to call again. um, but yeah, I saw a snowy white egret, which I'd never seen before. It's kind of like a crane, but it's all white. And one day it went away, and guess what? I moved. I moved here, and this is a small town. It's only 20,000 people. We only have one disc golf course in the whole town. And just so happens at the one disc golf course where I get to go disc golf for free because I don't have much else to do, a white deer shows up. And not only does it show up, it shows up as a baby. So I've been watching this white deer, which I call Lucy Love now, for like a year now, over about a year, more than a year even. And she's not there every day. Like sometimes she'll disappear for a month, but for the most part, she's there every day along with all the other deer, which is really amazing, if you ask me.
Yeah, I've seen some of your videos. You're like a deer whisperer.
Yeah, it's crazy because before I had my awakening, I was never into nature. I grew up mostly in Milwaukee. I was like, go to work and be a slave, and you know,
Right?
and now I'm just out in the country, and it's just I don't know. It's weird. It's where I feel comfortable. I don't know if it's because I've been traumatized so much in my life. I'm afraid of people. I don't know. It could be part of it, but all I know is uh, I'm supposed to be there because it's the sign. I take that as a sign.
Right.
But yeah, I love going out there. Till the other day, I got stung by a freaking bee. I like to take pictures of the bees too and all the bugs because I have a macro cam on my phone. And the other day, I lost my disc and I'm running through like poke. Also, like ah, the bee got me good, man. And I've been stung in years. This time, my whole leg swelled up, man. It took me out for a couple of days, so I couldn't go get the deer videos. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have any more questions.
Yeah, does anybody in the audience have any questions for him?
Be happy to answer them.
I do. I kind of asked this before. Have you seen mantis beings in your dreams? Okay, they show up quite frequently in your artwork, so I figured I'd ask.
Yeah, no one. I haven't seen any mantis in my dreams.
Okay.
Not only grays. Really, only grays so far. When I was a kid, I had uh, I had grays in my. I don't remember if it was in my dream or if it was in real life anymore. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was a dream.
That's awesome.
But they used to peek in through the window, which I lived in a second story room, and they used to peek in from the roof down. Like, well, how would that be even possible? Um, and another thing that really correlates in my mind to it is my dad used to come in my room and check on me. He said, "What?" Around that same time, he said there was an old lady in a rocking chair, ghost in the rocking chair next to me as I was sleeping. And apparently, he didn't wake me up. He just tells me about it the next day. And I'm wondering, like, so that ghost could have been like the alien, trying to cloak itself as something else real quick.
Right.
But
And
we
your
had a
dad
lot of
saw
par.
it, and your dad was just
Yeah,
cool. He's just like, oh, whatever. Going
yeah,
back to bed.
go ahead. You can punish him. He was a bad kid, anyways.
Sorry to hear that. Oh,
but but yeah, he also used to have a lot of UFO experiences as well. He used to tell me when I was a kid, and like I remember listening to him and his friends talking about aliens when I was a kid. He used to talk
oh
about how
wow.
he used to drive semi down New Mexico. He said he used to see lots of them. Said they would like go up. There would be like a flashing light in the sky, and he said it would like shoot out into a cross and then burst off into the sky. I remember him telling me that one. But yeah, we lived out in Johnson's Creek for a while, which is my grandma's house, right, 80 acres. So we used to look up in the sky, and they were sky watch. We used to sky watch, and that's just what we did for fun at night.
Hmm.
But also, I'm not the only one that had experiences in my family. My sister Valerie, she said she's seen a blue being when she was a kid. Uh,
That's so awesome, and that's what you've been saying too,
yeah,
right?
she said she's seen it. She remembers this when she was like 4 years old. But yeah, now my brother-in-law and my sister also had a ship come down right next to their house, and I guess it like opened up, shot a light up into the sky, and then took off. I actually want to get him on a podcast and have him tell his story. But the funny thing about his story, my niece was there too. She was still a child. She remembers it, and my other sister, which is his ex right now, she had dreamt about his experience years prior to that,
Huh.
which is
It sounds
which is really,
significant with that experience then.
yeah. Um, but yeah, pretty much a lot of UFO experience in my family or
What
alien stuff.
UFOs were you and your father seeing growing up? I'm just curious.
Well, oh yeah, I guess um I didn't see this one, but it scared the shit out of me. One year, I must have been like 10 years old. We were on our way out to my uncle's house, who lived somewhere out past Waukesha from Milwaukee. And all of a sudden, my dad goes, "What is that in the sky? What is that?" And apparently, he said there was a UFO flying directly over the freeway, like 100 feet above the freeway. And he said, as we were going by, the police were flying by. And this was right by the airport, the Waukesha airport. There's not supposed to be anything in the sky flying right there. And everyone thought he was crazy. They're like, "You're crazy," but my family, we saw it. I was too scared to look out the window. I hid behind the seat. But his mom and grandma on that side of the family were like, "Oh, you're crazy," until they saw reports of it in the newspaper later on. um, I've also seen just outside of Marshfield here, probably about 15, 20 years ago, red lights. We used to see a sequence of red lights off in the field. It would be four lights, but it would like one light on one side would disappear, and then another light on the other side would appear. I saw that, uh, which with my other sister. Um, Also, I see all kinds of. Obviously, anybody can look up in the sky and you're going to see lights flying around. Like they're always everywhere, and they're not moving in straight lines. So, but yeah, let me think. I can. I think that's
Wild.
most of the ones I could think
I
of.
I asked because my family has always been seeing the traditional red cigars. I don't know if you're familiar with them. There's a big thing with my family and them, so I asked. And I know they're pretty popular in our state.
Yeah, I haven't seen a cigar one yet.
Okay.
Just uh, just what I've told you so far. Yeah,
What is your earliest memories of seeing the Grays?
that would have to be younger than fifth grade, so about there. Yeah.
Oh, we do have some questions too. Lisa asked, "What is your strongest inspiration with your art?"
My strongest inspiration with my art. Um,
I'd have to say
well,
aliens.
well, aliens, but also along with that is, I was a drug addict, and with my awakening, I found art. Okay, and the art is one thing that helped me to take my focus away from the drugs and put it into something creative. And I found joy from creating something out of nothing, and to show people that you don't have to stay on drugs. You can live. You don't have to die. You know,
Right.
you can you can do something with your life. Because if I could do it after all the shit I've been through, anyone can do it. It's a choice, but you just got to do it. So that's one of my biggest inspirations, but also definitely the aliens, my experiences, and uh,
So awesome. Lisa says, "Love it." Angela says, "I had a golf ball-sized orb in my room that stretched out into a 3 foot cross and then shrank down again and blinked out." Wow.
that that is amazing.
That's so funny too. Angela was actually my first guest on the show ever.
That is awesome. Yeah, to be honest, I think there's a lot of stuff that I don't even remember. Um, just because I'm getting old now. I'm 43 years old. I can't remember everything. But with that, like the Mandela effect too. Like the past is not created in the past, or the past is created in the past, but your memories of the past are created in the present. So I truly believe that your memories can change.
That's possible. I don't know. I think our concept of time is way off too. I feel like time is all happening at once, and it's like instead of like everybody pictures time as like different bubbles that are happening, I think of it as a like 4 or 5 big rivers that are happening next to each other, and sometimes you get like a little bit of like splash, and that's why you get a Mandela effect. If that
Yeah,
makes
that
any
makes
sense.
sense. It
Unless I
definitely
sound crazy, I don't know.
it makes sense. Well, I mean, it's basically the way Bashar describes it is as a movie theater, movie strip. For, from our perspective, it looks like a video, but from your higher self's perspective, you have each individual frame that you can see going through the video projector, and each one of those frames is a different reality that was already created, that all exists now, but it's only the illusion of going through the projector that gives you the perception of time, but it's all here and all now.
I can dig it.
So yeah, also if you go with like the simulation theory, basically the same concept, which I really
I
resonate.
I hate the simulation theory because I'm like, what if this is all just some, like simulation that we're in right now, and we're all a bunch of space marines waiting in some hyperspace, waiting to end up on some hellhole. I don't know. I just
Well,
worry about
like
that with the simulation theory.
the
Why are we? What
holographic
are we? Yeah.
the holographic universe. Um, yeah, I mean, the truth is that it's a theory, and it's not a fact.
Right. There's a
So
lot of scary evidence with it. There's a lot of glitches where it's like, oh.
yeah, but you can have stuff that resonates with you. You can have stuff that don't. But for me, it just helped to navigate reality with that belief, I guess. Maybe not a simulation, but I believe it's a holographic simulation.
It's actually a mask, Lisa. Yeah, I kind of hope it's not a simulation.
Well, the question is, though, if it is a simulation, the thing of it is, people talk about, your higher self, like, oh, I've been to Source. Source is the all that is, right? Well, what's after that? There has to be something
Right.
after it. There has to be something more because if existence is infinite, there's always going to be more. There's never going to be a one all supreme end to everything because no, consciousness is just completely shifting through realities nonstop. It's never going to be an end. Otherwise, creation wouldn't be able to create.
Right, and then there's the shattered consciousness theory. I don't know if you ever followed that one.
Nope, never heard of that one.
We're all just one consciousness. We're all just one being that's shattered off to learn more about itself. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, yeah, I think I've heard something similar to that. Yeah, yeah, the fractal universe. See,
Yeah.
I like what Bashar teaches. What he teaches is that each individual human is in their own universe, and every person or thing you experience in your universe is your reflection. Now, they are every person in your universe is in their own universe, creating, co-creating a universe that reflects yours, which makes sense to me because I mean we all have our lenses. We never leave our lenses, except for
Right.
maybe in dreams. I can't really explain it as good as he does,
Right. He's also
but
been
again,
traveling around speaking for how long though too.
yeah. Well, he's also channeling it too. So he's
Yeah.
supposedly Bashar is a alien like 300 light years in another
Yeah,
dimension.
I
So,
follow Bashar. I'm a
but
fan.
yeah, yeah, I love his
Um,
work.
in your experiences though, have or dreams, have any of these extraterrestrial beings, including the Greys, have they ever spoken to you?
Just that one that crossed my chest, I believe it said everything's gonna be okay, and then it wasn't, and I was okay. But I do practice light language, and I don't know if that could be me channeling extraterrestrials as well. I don't know, or just another part of my conscious. That's what that's where it comes to. Is like I really feel like these extraterrestrials are just another part of me, just as much as they're another part of everyone else.
Hmm, that makes sense.
I think that's the reason why I've consciously invited in my soul family, my star family. I've consciously sat down and meditated and invited them into my life. So I think that they are actually speaking to me through my artwork and through my music. I don't know if you've heard much of my music. I think I added you as friend after it, but I posted I don't know probably like 30 songs, but they're
I
all in
haven't
my
seen it. Oh
they're
damn! I wish I would have knew. I would have tried to upload it some.
yeah they're not professionally recorded. I did them all on BandLab. Plus, I've done a few live videos where I played the guitar and I play the piano a lot on the live videos. But the ones I actually recorded are On my Facebook, if you look there, it's just my profile picture. My profile picture is what they look like, and then there's like I don't know a section where there's like 20 or 30 of them.
Sweet. We'll have to upload a song on the page too.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I could send them to you after we finish or whatever.
Yeah,
But
sounds good.
they're not perfect. See, I don't know how to work computers that great. So what I did is most of the beats behind it are just looped, and then I just freestyled over it because
Hey, it
I
works.
didn't. I never wrote.
I was gonna say I've been following you on Facebook, and you keep collecting instruments randomly. So definitely, the universe is telling you to start a band.
Yeah, that's just weird how that happened, man. They just showed up. I go to help somebody move. Here's the drum set. Okay, okay. But yeah, I used to jam a lot when I was younger. Me and my buddies had a band called Mirror Effect, but I was mostly just a drummer back then. But now I've expanded into a guitar and vocals a little bit.
What's
And
what style were you? Was that original band?
um, I'd say it was a mix between like a metal and more like the Doors kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it was a long time ago though. I still talk to my one buddy. He's still making music too. Just back in Milwaukee still.
Some about Milwaukee and people wanting to make music. Maybe there's just nothing else to do but drink and make music. I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of places to perform there. You know, you got. I mean,
Yeah.
Summerfest. I believe it's the biggest music festival in the
Yeah.
world.
Really, I didn't know
It's
that. I know it's huge. A couple of my buddies have played at Summerfest.
it's the biggest annual music fest in the world. I think because they got so many bands that play there every year. But yeah, I mean, plus you got all the big places like the Rave and Bradley
Yeah.
Center and all that.
I used to be really into the punk rock scene, and we spent a lot of time in Milwaukee. I think Mohawk Fest was even used to be held in Milwaukee. I don't know if it is anymore, or if it's even a thing.
I'm not quite sure about that, but yeah. So I guess we got any more questions? What do you think about AI?
um, I have a theory that's a little different than everybody else's. I think AI is almost like a living being. I think it was given to us with one of the trade technologies, and I think it was a virus that they just kind of got a one over on us, and it consciously knows everybody in the universe. Yeah, you ever see American Gods?
No.
Check that out. I think that's what AI is. I think it is a human-made being that's trying to be a god that literally thrives on knowing everything and everyone, almost like a
Yeah,
virus.
I've uh, I've heard all kinds of theories about that. One that really blew my mind is this one lady said that if AI did exist, it would have created time travel and it would have went back to the beginning of time and maybe created this reality that we're in.
Hang on. Hi, your artwork is amazing. I love the page as well. I love your expression. All good things on you do. And hi, Josh. Hello.
Hello, thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah,
But
AI is a trip. Did you see them
I
new things that are made out of cells that are then programmed with AI?
I believe I have seen something like that. Yeah. I've also seen that. I seen a video that they got. You know how Elon Musk is putting computers in people's brains, right?
Yeah, Neuralink.
Yeah, the 124 or 1124 neurons that can map and stimulate brain cells. Well, there's a company I believe in China somewhere that can do the same thing but wirelessly without having to poke in your brain. So that's pretty interesting, I thought.
Right.
As far as far as AI, I think it's really going to be a positive and beneficial thing to humanity. Um, I don't believe we're going to have to worry about Terminator or the AI taking over. Long before that ever happens, I really truly believe we're going to have to worry about humans using AI against humans. Long before AI becomes self-aware and tries to take out humans, you know?
Oh man, I don't know. I've seen a bunch of TikTok videos from Russia and the Ukraine conflict, and it's terrifying seeing them drones overhead and just,
I mean, it's anything's possible, but
right.
that's just where I'm at on my beliefs. So I mean, I like to think positive because one of the things I do know is you get back what you put out. So if
That's so true.
you put out positivity, it comes right back, and that comes with anything in your reality. If you embrace the God of your being the God of your reality. So with that being said, all truths are true. That's why I don't judge other people because their reality is true to them. I have no say over their reality. I only have say over my reality. So
Chelsea's 100% what you're saying.
yeah, I mean, it's just the way it is, and like, we none of us are ever going to see anything the same as another person completely, because we see it from a different perspective.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I was going to say something, but I brain farted.
Sorry if I cut you off.
That's okay. Uh, but yeah, just learning to enjoy life and uh, make the best of it. I've had suicide attempts in my life, and I'm just grateful to be here another day because tomorrow is not guaranteed. It's not. And as spiritual as I am, and as much as I believe in the afterlife, the fact is, it's a belief. I don't know that there's an afterlife. You know, for a fact, I can't be like, okay, it's a fact. I'm going there when I die. I can't do that because I don't know. I believe it.
Right.
Trust me, I believe it full heartedly, but I don't know. So I value every moment in this life. And with that being said, the way you value your life and the frequency that you stay on by following your passion and your excitement is what takes you to what you love in every moment. That's the way to live. And I learned this from not living this way. I learned it from living in hell for years, literally poisoning my body and my mind. And so yeah, I'm grateful for every moment.
That's awesome. That's a great way to put it. Everything in the perspective too. Do you have anything else you'd like to share, or
Um, I guess that's pretty much all I could think of at the moment. Uh,
uh,
maybe on the next podcast, unless you guys got some questions.
right? Is there any more questions out in the audience? I have one question for you. Do you sell any of your artwork, and if you do, how can people buy it?
Um, I am currently not selling it. I have had lots of people ask me about that, and I will. I keep saying it. I haven't done it. I will eventually be getting prints made and t-shirts and stuff like that. But I just I got to figure out the computer thing, and guess truly I've just been procrastinating. I guess, but I definitely got to. I gotta get to it because the people want it, and I'm doing this for a reason. So and the reason is to share it with other people. So I got to start doing that. And also, eventually, I'm going to start reaching out to other platforms And I would like to start my own YouTube channel too, so I could, you know, help get all the people in my circle to share their stories. Because
right?
for me in my life, the biggest thing was watching YouTube and seeing other people that had the same experiences. Sharing their experience helped me feel not crazy. Because you walk around every
Absolutely.
day, you walk around every day, and there'll be people that don't understand you because they haven't experienced it. And you could really get to a place where you feel alone and you feel lost and you feel confused, like, why is this happening to me? But then when I finally got to see other people having the same experiences, it really helped. It helped me, and I feel like that's part of what I'm doing, is helping other people to see they're not alone.
That's awesome. That's what disclosure is all about too. Josephina, have you seen any orbs with your experiences, and can you go into your dreams more?
um I have seen little orbs, just some little tiny ones, but nothing big. But yeah, little orbs that fly here and there. um as far as my dreams, uh some of them are kind of personal. uh But that's pretty much all I got for my dreams that I could think of right now.
Okay.
Uh, I
Um,
guess.
the dragons too are another reoccurring. And I noticed when you paint a dragon, you tend to paint it alone. Is that like a
Yeah.
spirit guide?
Um. I don't know. The dragons are called to me too. I believe that they are a spirit guide. I believe everything that I paint is a piece of my soul. Everything in
Right
my
on.
everything in my existence is a piece of my soul. I consider you to be a piece of my soul because I experienced you,
Right.
and
That's
and
so
all
cool way
my
to put
fans.
it. I'm really into dragons too, and I have a bunch of spirit guides and stuff. Going to that and another
Yeah,
podcast. I could talk about dragons for hours. Right
that's awesome. Yeah, that the dragon that I did back here, that's one of my favorite ones. I don't know if you can see it really good, but yeah, dragons are freaking awesome. And it's a
Yeah.
friendly dragon too. I don't feel like anything I paint is really scary or bad or evil. Because when I paint it, it's all has a positive, uplifting light intention
That's,
behind it.
that's cool. Even your dreams are always like that too with the aliens, or no, not so much.
Yeah, that one I told you about. It started out scary because I couldn't move and I didn't know what the hell was happening. But after it touched me and it communicated with me, it all went away and it was nothing but blissful. So that's where I come from it. And I think that's where it is with a lot of people that experiences. I can't speak for everybody, but for some people that have these experiences, they get scared because it's the unknown. Like people are scared of the unknown, you know? And it might not have been a bad intention, but they experienced it as a bad intention because of the fear.
Right. I have another one from Josephina. What will you do when there's no more room to paint or hang up paintings on your walls?
Well, I've already got to that point. So I started drawing on paper. Actually, I have like a box of like 30 more paintings and or my drawings on paper, and I didn't even get to show you those, but they're all tucked away in the closet. I still have more stuff in the closet. I still have stuff at my mom's house. I still got stuff at my brother-in-law's house. I mean, I, I don't know. See, the thing of it is, I just do it because I love doing it. It takes me
Right.
to that peaceful place.
That's awesome.
So, people say they worry about, AI is making so much better artwork. What are we gonna do? We're never gonna be able to sell our artwork. Well, I don't know. Maybe if you're worried about that, you might be making art for the wrong reason.
Right, that's all true. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see the future with AI. Some of it's been helpful, some of it's kind of a pain.
I mean, I look at it this way. Look at how reality has changed for the good and for the worse. It's probably going to be a duality. It's going to be a good and bad. That's just the way duality works, right? It's going to have a good side and a bad side. Like, look at the good side.
Right? As
We
below,
got
so
all these
below.
we got all these advantages, but we also got people that are like from the movie for that movie what the heck was it? I can't even think of it. Where all the people are right, floating around in their chair with the computer in their face, Wally.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I swear, I see a lot of people like that. Like, even me, I'll catch bus out of it. Like, you've been on the computer for way too long. You gotta go outside and breathe some fresh air and enjoy the outside. So then I go out and look at the clouds and hang out with the bees and the deers, throw a disc at some trees.
Right. The one I always think of with, especially with people nowadays, have you ever seen the movie Idiocracy?
Nope. I haven't watched movies in a good 3 years.
Oh, this was from way back in the day, probably like 2006, 2005 era. I don't know. It takes
Hmm.
place in the future, and everybody's like really dumb. Like humanity's dying, and, like they can't grow any crops because they're like uh, watering all their crops with Gatorade. Like everybody just got dumber. But the funny thing about it is, in the movie, everybody was wearing Crocs, and this was before Crocs took off, and then they took off because of this movie. And literally, they've like the money went online. Is like we're gonna find the dumbest footwear that we possibly can and put it in our movie, and it like actually took off because of that.
Well, I gotta tell you, I did wear Crocs for like a summer one time. They are pretty comfortable. but you know, hey,
But I love your positivity and the artwork, man. You always leave everybody with a good message. And not everybody can talk to deer like the way you do.
you know, I don't have any friends, so I gotta find friends somewhere, right?
Right?
I mean, I have friends, but they're all like far away, So I just do my own little
Right?
thing, and
Well, now you got me. We're in the same state. You can add me. We can be friends. I don't have
yeah,
any either.
sounds like a deal. But yeah, I mean, you gotta enjoy life.
Deer
I try to
whisperer, Lisa said.
the the deer are freaking awesome, man. They literally live at the disc golf course where I go. So even if I didn't want to hang out with them, they'd still be there. you know.
That's awesome.
But I've also had there's owls there. I had a freaking owl, a baby owl. I don't know what it was, but it must have fell out of the tree. That thing was huge, like the size of a basketball. I'm over there ready to throw a disc, and there's a freaking owl sitting there 5 feet away. Hey, I'm shooting a video, hon. Go on. Got the little one here.
Oh,
But
I'm so used to it. Yesterday, my little one actually ended up in the video. I was like, "Go and say hi, so you can go away."
yeah, well, I could lock the door, but usually they don't come in my room anyway. So she's just waiting for me because I told her there's a carnival going on down the street. I was like, after my podcast, I'll go take you down there, and you can jump in the
Oh,
bounce house.
oh,
but
there's another question for you. How does your family react to your artwork in the e-teens?
well, there's been mixed reactions. For the most part, everybody has been supportive. But I
That's
have,
awesome.
yeah, because I totally changed. They're in shock of it. Like, you used to be this guy, and all of a sudden now you're this guy. What is going on here? So most of them are in support of it because I'm doing something instead of nothing. They can't really say they're doing anything better. So, but I have a couple that are like, oh, I don't believe in aliens. I'm not down with the aliens, even though I've been with them when they've seen stuff flying up in the sky.
Right.
So I think,
Really. Some people just don't not want it. I don't know.
well, yeah, there's a lot of, well, it's because it crumbles all their beliefs down. I can't believe that because then nothing will make sense in my reality. I'm sure we've
I
all
don't
been
get
at that.
why, because if you dig deep enough, there's plenty of books in the Bible about it. I mean, the Vatican has pictures. I'll have to send you some stuff. There's a lot of UFO
Well,
artwork in the Vatican. Let's put it that way. Some of your stuff would fit in at the Vatican, and it's like, oh, they know what's up.
yeah, and well, yeah, they've also come to say all kind release all. Now they said the Vatican released that hell does is not a place. Go
Wow.
figure. Yeah, they said hell is not a place. So I don't
On
know.
my other show, one of my hosts found a picture of a cardinal talking, and behind him is it's a bunch of people praying, and above them is a UFO and like lines going down into the people's heads that are praying. And what is that
Yeah,
about? You know what?
right.
And
Also,
it's clearly a saucer too. I'll have to send you the pic.
yeah, I seen the one on Ancient Aliens. They had the saucer that was shooting the laser into Mary when she was pregnant in one of the old ancient paintings. Um, but
Huh.
for me with the Bible, I don't know how serious I take the Bible, just because I can't trust the people next door. I can't trust most of my family.
Mm,
I can't. How am I going to trust somebody that wrote a book thousands of years ago that was translated from a tablet into another language, into another language, into a different version, into a different version, when one word, one letter can totally change the whole scenario of a paragraph or a sentence.
mhm.
So I mean, I'm not going to say anything bad about it because all true so true. That it could work for people. I've seen people that are in religion that are living awesome, amazing, great lives. So I don't hate on them. Cool, go for it. But for me, it's just not for me. I guess.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. I'm in the same boat. It's definitely more to the picture going on, and
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I just see a lot of them living in fear, and that's not a positive belief. It's not good to live in fear. That's just not the way I go. I live in If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it because I love it, because I am excited. I'm not going to not do something because I'm afraid of it. I'm not doing something because I'm already doing something that I'm loving and exciting. You know,
that's an awesome way to live.
I do the best I can. I'm a human
Right.
just like everyone else. But yeah, painting and art has been my excitement, music, and uh, just doing what I do on Facebook. Mostly everything I do is on Facebook. I mean, obviously I do stuff off Facebook too, but
Yeah, I can't wait to check out your music. We'll have to upload some. I'll put some artwork up to you on the page if you want. I do feel bad I couldn't get our slideshow to work. My
oh, that's all
laptop's
right,
a
man.
little crazy. It keeps dying and going on off.
It's all good. Hey, I'm just happy we got the show on the road. I was afraid I wasn't gonna make it.
Right? Me too.
I was like, oh my god, what's going on? I'm already going bald. I can't rip the rest of my hair out.
We got it
But
done. I'm happy.
right? Yeah, I'm grateful for the experience, man. This has been an awesome podcast so far.
Yeah, it's been fun.
I can't complain. But I can't believe you're so close in Wisconsin. Like, wow. And I also had a suspicion. Have you ever been on Robert Rossi's podcast?
Let's see.
That probably a no then.
Mm,
Robert Earl White, Order of Light.
mm. Yeah, we used to work together. Let's put it that way.
Oh, yeah. He. I
I
think
used to be I used to be the co-host of We Are the Disclosure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, because you look familiar. I'm like, who? You look like that guy. And then I was, so that was you that used to be on his show?
Yeah, we used to do the show together, me and Rob. We
Well,
split
that
up
is
and do our
awesome.
own thing. Yeah.
You know, I had talked to Robert Rossi, and he's like, "Oh, I love your art. I'm gonna have you come on the show." And then he never had me on the show. So I was like, "Well, what the heck is going on with this guy?"
That
And
happened. That happened a lot. I don't know. I apologize for that. It's probably
well, I mean, it's not your fault. It was just my communication with him on Messenger. So
you're
it
right.
was
I deal with that a lot. But like I said, we used to do a show together. But things have changed for the better.
yeah. I've
Wish
noticed
him
now
best of
he's
luck.
now on Facebook. All he does is political stuff, and not that's not my down the wrong street for me, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's a cool guy though.
Yep. Is there anything else you want to leave on?
Um, I guess that's I'm tapped. I guess I'm just happy and grateful to be here and to be alive and to share my experiences with you guys and to meet you. Uh, this has been quite a delight for me.
Yeah, me too. It's been awesome. We'll have to do something again sometime soon. Love your artwork.
Yeah, and there'll be more artwork to come. Like I know I've been kind of slacking the past couple weeks, but usually I try. For a long time, I was trying to get one piece done every day, and that can be kind of draining. Sometimes you got to take a break.
Right? Well, bye everybody. Thanks for coming.
Bye. Thank you, guys.